Jai Guruji. It is indeed Guruji's blessings that I am talking about my journey with Guruji. I first had the privilege to meet Guruji in 2005 when a close friend of mine invited me to her house for a housewarming lunch. As I walked into her new home, all I saw was Delhi's who's who, the elite of Delhi, and I felt a very, very insignificant part of the gathering. My friend took me to Guruji, said, Guruji, Sonya is a very close friend of mine, so please bless her. I saw Guruji bowed my head with zero faith and also felt that Guruji was concentrating on other people and he put his hand on my head and I quickly walked out thinking, thank God it's over. I did not even eat the langar prasad, sat in my car and went back to the office. A few days elapsed, I got a call from my friend again, saying that Guruji wants you to come and see him in her house. My reaction was, oh no, not again. But as she's a very close friend of mine, I went. This carried on for 2 or 3 more times. And when I met Guruji last, I told him, Guruji, I sincerely hope you have not mistaken me for a celebrity. I'm a very, very ordinary person, and above all, I have no faith. So please don't keep calling me, as it is very difficult for me to keep coming here. That's when I felt that was the first time Guruji really looked up at me and said, ठीक है, जा, तू ऐश कर और पढ़ लिख. I walked out thinking he does not even know that I'm a working woman and how can I start studying again? In any case, from that day onwards, Guruji was a forgotten chapter in my life. However, going back to that time today, you will not believe it, but yes, I did my doctorate. I never give the credit to Guruji, but today when I look back, I guess that's what his blessings were. I was told later that he took Samadhi the next year in 2007. And years went by and lots of my friends, relatives tried to convince me to go to Bade Mandir. I always flatly refused, telling them that I had met Guruji a number of times and I could never get down to my faith in him or develop a lot of love for him, as I am a total Shiv and a Hanuman devotee. Here, I guess, is the irony of fate. There was a long void between 2006 and 2018. In 2017, I fell sick. I started getting blisters in my mouth, was very, very disturbed as the doctors put me on steroids and other medicines. By this time, we came to early 18. I was completely devastated with my illness. That's when my cousin's wife told me to go to Bade Mandir for her sake, as I was not convinced at all. All medicines given to me by doctors were not suiting me, as my system was not being able to, take in those strong medication. I became a complete emotional wreck. I remember walking into Bade Mandir on the 12th of April 2018, and being Baisakhi, the next day, the main mandir was closed. Entry into the Bade Mandir, which normally is quite difficult and especially at times of Baisakhi, was literally a cakewalk. And my lota, which I had taken to get blessed, as advised by my cousin, was blessed without questions, which had surprised everybody. I was told to have the chai prasad, which I refused, and it was very hot and I had blisters in my mouth. However, my cousin said that it was prasad and I had to take it and I could take my time. So when the tray came, I picked up my cup at my cousin's insistence, and the cup that was reached my hand was lukewarm. In fact, I finished my chai prasad before the others had even started. Jai Guruji. I was feeling very uncomfortable as I had started my new medicine that very day and was waiting to get into the car and go back home. However, I realized that I had some money in my hand which I wanted to put in the drop box. As the main mandir was closed, my cousin called some Uncle Ji to whom she requested that the money could be put by him. He said no, and we don't know who he was, but he held my hand and told me and my cousin to follow him. Within 30 seconds, we reached the main hall of Bade Mandir, which was completely lit up, and there were about 50 people making flower garlands. I looked up at Guruji's two huge pictures and was completely awestruck. And I started saying in my mind, in fact, I think I was talking loudly or talking to myself, gosh, I remember you exactly like this. And then I said, Guruji, please, please, please help me. I want to get well. And also, Guruji, there's another small favor I need. My little nephew is trying to get into the best American university for his undergrad, so please get him into Stanford. I walked out after that and forgot about my visit to Bade Mandir as I was so involved in my illness and my unhappiness over my sickness. On the 4th of June 2018, my nephew received a call from Stanford. Why Stanford? I don't know. It could have been any other Ivy League which are equally good, but yes, he received a call from Stanford, and today he is in the fourth year, or today he's going to get into the fourth year of Stanford University. My reaction was, wow, Guruji, that's amazing. With this, I wanted to believe that I also would get well. Now, about 3 years down the memory lane, I can say that I am not 100% okay, but I'm definitely on the road to recovery. After this started my real journey with Guruji's sangat. I started attending satsangs in friends' houses, going to Bade Mandir every Monday. There were umpteen satsangs in my house, and without effort or realization, I became an integral part of Guruji's parivar. In fact, the sangat started asking me or clarifying their doubts from me, which used to really surprise me that why, in spite of being such a new entrant into Guruji's parivar, I have become a focal point. I guess Guruji has his ways. Then came Corona. There was a flash thought in my mind that I must start a mantra jap group, which was started in June 20, to do 1.25 lakh mantra japs, Guruji's mantra japs. The group has about 50 sangat. We completed 1.25 lakh mantra jap, but this just carried on, and today we are over 25 lakhs of mantra jap. Whenever we think, or whenever I think that I should give it a break for a while and restart again, there is some thought or some feeling which comes in from Guruji to say, no, Sonya, don't stop it, carry on. And during this Corona Kal, I think the Guruji's mantra jap group has given us so much of strength. Herein, I will like to mention another thing. I am a professional who is into finance, but I have been a social worker for the past 3 decades, about 30 years. But the social work that I do has been always done independently, without any organization, but totally on my own. However, I always thought that whatever little help that I render to people, which is to the lepers, I work in the leper colony, I run a small school in the slum area, I have a small homeopathic dispensary, we run a small polyclinic for allopathic polyclinic, plus I work with the United Nations food program. But, it was never spoken of. And it was as if, my left hand did not know what my right hand is doing. Again, I would say it is Guruji, Guruji, Guruji alone that in 2019 December, I got an award from the Human Rights Protection Award, which was, it's a global award, which was a very large award. In 2020, in February, I got the Indian Achievers Award. And now in 2021, I received the Atmanirbhar Bharat 2021 award. This is amazing, because all that I have been doing was with a thought of just working, never with the thought of recognition, because I always felt that recognition or talking about my social service journey would really contradict the reason why I am doing social work. I guess once again I have to say that Guruji has his own ways, and all these awards that have been or come my way are only his blessings. All I can ask him is that his hand should always be above my head, and I should continue doing whatever little I can to society or for society till my dying day. Well, I can keep speaking of so many life experiences that I have been through in the past 3 years, but let me not make this audio too long. Would like to end this by just stating a few lessons that I have learned during my short journey. Don't ever give up your trust in Guruji. Guruji will help you overcome every challenge. Faith and patience are the two most important qualities you need to inculcate in yourself to pass through this difficult time, and it's a difficult life which all of us have. Yes, Guruji will keep testing you at every phase, good or bad, but once you believe you are under his Sharan, you will become peaceful, blessed, and so have blind faith and surrender completely. Believe me, your life will change. Please don't feel bad if things don't go your way, because I always feel, till date, I feel terrible when I don't get what I want, because I feel that I deserve that. But however, I would like to say, leave that to Guruji. There are two ways or two things that can really happen. One would be that Guruji may be testing your patience, your faith, and your perseverance, and may give it to you after he feels that it is the right time, or you may never get it, because as per Guruji, it was not good for you, and you may or may not get something which is better. So please remain happy, remain human, help people, make people smile, and touch each one's heart who you meet. Thank you, Guruji, for giving me the opportunity to convey a very small bit for my feelings for you. Love you, Guruji, from your loving, devoted daughter, Sonya.